Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Have some really upsetting news to cover in this video. You never want to talk about stuff like layoffs. At least you never like to read stuff as far as layoffs go, but obviously an unfortunate reality in the gaming world. I saw that Sega had some layoffs with Sega Europe, and that's definitely unfortunate. But here is a massive story that's going around, reported by Jason Schreier. Fortnite maker Epic Games is cutting about 16% of its staff. That is a staggering number. That's almost that's over 1 in 6 people getting axed. I believe the number is like close to 900. So, Epic Games Inc., the maker of the popular Fortnite video game, is laying off 870 employees as it seeks to rein in costs. For a while now, we've been spending way more money than we earn, CEO Tim Sweeney wrote in a memo to employees seen by Bloomberg News. I had long been optimistic that we could power through this transition without layoffs, but in retrospect, I see this was unrealistic. The job cuts will affect about 16% of the workforce, according to people familiar with this matter who asked not to be named, disclosing information that's not yet public. Epic didn't immediately reply to a request for comment. Sweeney said Epic's recent growth has been driven mostly by the company's Fortnite Creator Program, which allows players to build and sell their own content within the game. Epic gives 40% of revenue to the creators, providing what Sweeney called a lower margin business than other revenue streams within Fortnite. Those previously established revenue streams, such as buying skins to personalize characters, had allowed the company to expand rapidly, Sweeney said, but today's lower profits can no longer support the company at its current size. Some of these aspects not being as big of a money draw, obviously, is what's going to lead to them reconstructing. Success within the creator ecosystem is a great achievement, but it means a major structural change to our economics, he wrote. Based in Cary, North Carolina, Epic's Fortnite has more than 400 million users. The company also produced the Unreal Engine, a popular suite of technology that is used to develop video games. That is where their major revenue is coming from. Fortnite, Unreal Engine. Sweeney wrote in the email that there are no more layoffs planned. He said an additional 250 people will leave Epic through two things: the sale of music site Bandcamp, which Epic acquired last year, and a spin-off marketing company called Super Awesome, which joined Epic in 2020. About 2/3 of the job cuts at Epic were in teams outside of the core development. Epic is one of the biggest privately held video game companies in the world. Sweeney holds the majority of the shares, while the Chinese conglomerate Tencent has a 40% stake. So, yeah, Epic is spending, when it comes to Epic Games and, like, this channel, most of you guys know them and have opinions on them based on the Epic Game Store, and that is obviously a gigantic, venture for them. And I've always been of the mindset, okay, they're making less revenue off of certain areas right now, and Fortnite Creator Suite is, their leading revenue stream. However, where are they spending a lot of money on? And I would look at something like the Epic Game Store as something that has been running for years and years, and at this point, has there been a substantial return on investment? It seems like no, there hasn't, and I think a lot of us saw this as a reality, and I don't think anybody is advocating that they want a monopoly in Steam, as the leading storefront on PC. But the reality is, most people are just gonna want to buy games where they're comfortable with, and Epic Game Store has always been a lesser platform. They haven't had that much growth. I'm sure there are some things that will do well on the Epic Game Store. Alan Wake 2, when that releases on Epic Game Store, I think that'll do okay on the Epic Game Store. However, do I think it's gonna do as well as it could if it was released on Steam as well? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, when it comes to Alan Wake 2, I don't really care about that game being an Epic Game Store exclusive as much, because Epic Games is literally funding the development of the game. Look, if you're funding the development of a game, it's your publishing property. Like, you could release it wherever the hell you want, and yes, I would like the game to be on Steam. Personally speaking, I would like to, but if Alan Wake 2, and I don't know exactly how the ins and outs are working as far as the development cycle of that game and what led to that game actually getting greenlit, but from what I can understand, Alan Wake 2 wouldn't have existed without Epic Games, and it's not like Valve was gonna come in and be like, yo, we'll publish Alan Wake 2 for you, we'll sink millions and millions in the development of that game. Like, I don't think that was gonna happen. So If Epic Games were the one that came up and were like, hey, we'll publish this game, then, more power to them, and if they want to keep that game as an Epic Game Store exclusive, fine. But what I offer you is that they are sinking a ton of money into these exclusivity agreements, the third-party exclusivity agreements, which, what is the return on investment? And what I would be so fascinated to see is stuff like, how well did Final Fantasy VII Remake sell on the Epic Game Store versus how well did it sell on Steam when it came out with, like, no fanfare, but just got stealth dropped on Steam? How well did it do? I would love to see a comparison of sales numbers, especially because FF7 Remake had a 6-month delayed release from the Epic Game Store release, which had, a 1.5-year delayed release from the PlayStation version, but if we got comparison points like that, I would be fascinated. And you're dropping big money to getting games like Saints Row exclusive, Dead Island 2 exclusive. How much is a Dead Island 2 selling on the Epic Games Store? And how much are you paying to get that game as an exclusive? Is it that big of an investment? It's one thing, and I don't like when Sony signs exclusivity agreements, but Sony is working on actually getting people into their console ecosystem. And once they have you on the console ecosystem, which is also an ecosystem that has a sizable amount of first-party games, although I would argue Sony's first-party releases have been kind of mid recently, but once they get you into that ecosystem, that's when they really start profiting, when they sell you PlayStation Plus and other software. With Epic Games, the people that play Fortnite, I think, just play Fortnite, and I don't think they're delving into these other titles, and then I don't think you're getting a lot of people jumping over for most of these timed exclusives. I think... And I have no way to understand, but just when I see people talk about it, I literally think for the most part, Epic Games is burning a lot of cash when it comes to signing these exclusivity deals and the free games as well. Those free games aren't cheap, especially the big ones, and there are so many people that watch my videos that are just like, yeah, I just use Epic Games for the free games, brother. I've never bought a game in my life on Epic Games, and, they have these great sales running, and obviously I'm focusing in and honing in on the Epic Games Store. Epic Games is a bigger conglomerate than just EGS, but it's obviously a big business venture, and that's what I can speak on based on it's been something I've been following for a long time. And hey, another player in the market is great, and if Epic Games can do more stuff like making Alan Wake 2 a reality, because I don't think that game would have been a reality without Epic Games. That's what I understand. I might be wrong about that, but it took, a decade and a half for that game to actually come to fruition. That would be pretty cool, but I think the timed exclusivity deals is just... Like, I really do think they're burning a lot of cash. Saints Row, they paid how much for Saints Row 2022? We need to get that number, because that could have maybe retained some of these jobs if we didn't make that exclusivity deals, and that would have been great. Obviously, I'm kind of joking, and the worst part about this is 870 employees. That's a lot of people losing their jobs, and that's super, super unfortunate, and hopefully those people can all find their footing and, find employment elsewhere, because that's a gigantic amount of people. 16% of your staff is just a colossal amount of people that are losing their jobs. So it's a bummer, but what can you do? And I know I spent most of this video talking about the Epic Game Store, but again, that's the area that I've been following and that I more so understand because it's the one I'm fascinated by. As far as Fortnite expenditure goes and how big Fortnite skins are in the year 2023, I couldn't tell you anything about that, but obviously that is a big money maker for them. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.